What about you, Dom?
I think it's so hard to say at this moment in time because you don't know what Arsenal can do in the summer. I want to see Ethan Nwaneri get significant minutes. That was the idea behind Marseille, and obviously deservedly when it all went horribly wrong. So I am inclined to look at a loan for him, but it's a loan where you've got to find the right loan if you do that, because I think what you can do is give lots more minutes to Max Dowman, rather than trying to split them between him and Nwaneri. And if Wanyeri can go out and get 1,500, 2,000 minutes next season, I think that's huge for him and his development. But there is always a risk with that, and I think it all depends on what Arsenal do in their squad. So if Wanyeri's around, I want him to be used. But if he's going to get, I thought if he got 1,000 minutes this season, that's probably about right for Ethan Wanyeri. But I think he's now at the point where he needs 1,500. 2,000. I'm not sure he gets that, and I think he can be a real big player for us. So I'd probably like to see him go out on loan, get those minutes, and then come back into a squad where I think he can. I think he can make an impact, but where I think he shows what he can do. So I'm not against a loan, but it's too early for me to make a definitive call on that because I don't know what the makeup of the squad is at this moment in time because the transfer window hasn't opened.
I got a question for everyone. What do you think about getting Alex Scott from Bournemouth? So I think he's cold, bro. I think he's a really good player. Yeah. Again, would fall into that category of. I said I don't wish to malign Marino because I think he's come in as a squad player and done a good job for the role he's brought in to do. But Alex Scott replacing Marino, I think is an upgrade.
I mean, he's only done it for a season. To be fair, I'd like to see how he gets on when he's playing twice a week. You know, that's going to be interesting.
But I don't think he needs to play twice a week if he comes into that role, right? But again, I put other players above him, but I think Alex Scott looks a real player. He'll get significant caps for England if he carries on as he is.
Yeah. Next thing I want to ask, right, is about Bukayo Saka, right? Because obviously, like, he's been here since day one of the process, innit? He started, I think, Arteta's first game. After
left back, didn't he?
Yeah, played left back. I think he started how many games at left back? I think maybe 9 or 10.
I was going to say around 10.
Before he was converted to a winger. After, this league title triumph, where does he rank amongst the best players that have played in the Emirates era for you?
For me, sorry, I keep jumping in, but for me, he doesn't even rank top 10.
Yeah. I agree.
Really?
No.
In the Emirates era?
No.
Who's above him then?
In no particular order.
Sanchez.
Percy, Fabregas, Santi Cazorla, Alexis Sanchez,
Ozil,
Nasri,
Ramsey.
You put Nasri left though, didn't he?
Nasri
I think he was cold, but he left.
Cold, bro. Nasri was cold.
Nasri was unreal.
That
hurt me so bad when he went to City. Unbelievably badly.
He didn't last long, to be fair.
Alexis Sanchez, Aubameyang, and probably a controversial one, Rosicky, and that's 10.
Rosicky's one of my favorite players ever, man.
Rosicky's always injured, but
was crazy.
I'm saying always injured, isn't it?
Rosicky was an unreal player, but I can't put him in there simply because he wasn't fit enough. But I think you can also look at the likes of Saliba, Gabriel Rice as well in there. If you're asking me for my best right winger, then I think he probably is that because I think he probably surpasses, Nasri just because of the legacy thing and how Nasri left. Yeah. But Nasri was an unreal player, absolutely unreal.
Yeah, Carl's got to go, by the way. Just shout yourself out real quick before you go.
Yeah, cheers, hanging mate. Much appreciated. Big up to the panel. You find me on my YouTube channel, Rufus Gooner. You find me on Instagram, Rufus Gooner35. I'm going to try and do some streaming at some point this week, but as you probably can't see through the thing, it's probably too dark to see right now. It's 30 degrees in this fucking room, and I'm slowly fainting. So,
you know what? I had a shower before I did the stream with Tony to try and cool down. I wish I hadn't bothered because I'm a sweaty mess again for exactly.
I took a shower on Saturday night. Here I am Monday. My bollocks are still not dry, so I've got to go. So I'll see you later, guys. Take care.
Thanks for finish, so Carl.
See you later.
Oh my days. But yeah, back on topic, guys.
Well, we're talking about balls, just a different type.
No, not that topic, but
no.
In terms of players above Saka in the Emirates era, you say 10. So, like, where would you rank him then?
11th.
11.
Maybe 10th. Because I don't think he's better. I don't think he's better than Rice. I don't think he's better than Gabriel Saliba. And to be honest, this season as well, because I think he's gone up a level. He might even be behind Raya now. Personally, and I'm not. This isn't disrespect to Saka, but I just personally think like we could have won this league without Saka. You take any one of those other players I mentioned, I don't think we even get close. Especially Raya. Don't even think we get. I think we finished third.
But the thing is, right? Even like the thing is, when you look at it on the balance of play, although Saka's not been at his best this season, he's probably been one of our best attackers. Don't you agree?
That's true.
Yeah. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh actually, but
yeah, I definitely don't agree with Nasri.
I like Nasri, but I probably put Saka above him because of a legacy thing. Look, the attack this season, it gets a lot of stick, and understandably so, because it's not pretty to watch, etc., etc. But I always go back to this point that the league kind of also dictates how teams are able to attack. And we're still this, second highest scorers. We're one of the top scorers in Europe, one of the top for open play. Saka's had injury issues this season, but he looks to have that sharpness back now. Whatever they did in that last one, you can see that spring back, that acceleration, which explosiveness, whatever you want to call it, back. Right, Saka for me makes the Emirates era 11 for me on the right wing. But I think when you're looking at top 10 players, I think he probably doesn't, but I think he will when he finishes.
Yeah, would you put Saka above?
He 100% will.
Would you put Saka above Walcott?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking, right? I think the players that are above him, you could argue, are definitely Alexis Sanchez, definitely Aubameyang, Ozil, maybe. Apart from that, I'm actually struggling.
Ozil. Did you mention Aaron Ramsey? I think Aaron Ramsey's.
Yeah, but the thing is, Saka's achieved what none of these players have actually managed to do. So,
but that's not all on Saka, though, is it? That's
I know, but
he's played a big factor in it. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, but he can't like not be involved in the top 10 if.
No, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Maybe I think he is in the. I'm thinking about it now.
He's at 7th.
He probably is in the top 10, but I don't think him win the Premier League elevates him. Because I don't look at because I had this debate with one of my co-hosts before, and he was like basically saying, "Oh, because this player's won this trophies, it means something." I was like, "Bro, is West Brown better than Harry Kane? Because West Brown's won like 2-3 titles. No, he's not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like West Brown couldn't even lay Kane's fucking laceless boot."
Yeah, but at the same time, like when you do look at stats, and I'm not the guy, that feasts off stats, but. Yeah. He is in the conversation, like with a few.
Look, he's one of the youngest to go 50 goals and assists or whatever it is. Like, undoubtedly, this man will be in the top 10. But I think right now, I look at it and go, he's been brilliant, and there's more to come. But I look at Ramsey with those big FA Cup goals in a very poor team and the impact he had. Ozil, it was a giant pain in the arse. You couldn't necessarily warm to him as a man, but you could as a player. You look at some of the good defenders we've had around, like Saliba, Gabriel, Raya in goal, Declan Rice, Alexis Sanchez. They might not have won things, but they were in much poorer teams. And I think that has to be factored in. But if I'm locking in my right winger in the Emirates era, it's undoubtedly Bukayo Saka. And I think even if he's not in my top 10 players of the Emirates era currently, as I said, I think he'll end up there if I were, in a few years' time. It doesn't take anything away from him because he's a phenomenal player. He's had a massive impact on this squad, and he's a massive part of his success. Like, no question.
To be fair, I think you lot are actually underrating Theo. I think
that's why when you said Theo, I kind of said, "Ooh, like."
Yeah, I think you guys are actually underrating Theo Walcott because he was old in his prime. It's just obviously injuries let him down again.
Exactly.
Yeah, and again. Theo Walcott, you put him into this side, probably produces significantly more than he.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Theo Walcott.
I'm telling you, Theo Walcott in today's league is top 3 wingers.
Yeah.
He will be the best. In fact, best winger in the league. In fact,
no, it's true. It's true.
Bro, Especially, you know what? Especially when we're playing Haram ball and we actually get a counter attack.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really answer that one. I thought,
I had 96 pace on FIFA Ultimate Team and FIFA 11, bro. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I think he is behind Saka because I think Saka can do more. But that's, again, Walcott is one of those massively underrated players.
Yeah. So, I mean, Saka, I would say, is more efficient than Saka. Saka is more efficient than Walcott. Sorry, but I think in terms of a footballer, I'm probably taking Walcott. To be fair, I think he was better in terms of.
I think Saka's a better all-round player, but Walcott, what Walcott did, he did to the best parts of Walcott's game were absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%. So we put in Aubameyang. So where would you rank him exactly in top 5 in players of the Emirates era? Then, in fact, should we narrow it down to forward players rather than players because it's easy to say.
If you're doing that, then he's comfortably in the top 10, forward players, no question.
Because I'd go, for me, number one forward in the Emirates era, in my opinion, is Van Persie.
Yeah.
Then there's still Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
I'd switch them, but it's a flip of a coin. But I'm not complaining about whatever order you put those two in.
Fair enough. For me, I think
I
personally think Persie's number one, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Sanchez's all-round impact, though.
No, sorry, it's got to be Alexis.
Alexis.
It's got to be Alexis.
Final goal, man, was.
I'm just thinking about that time when he done that hat-trick against West Ham and he faked chipped the keeper.
That third goal was one of my favourite Alexis Sanchez goals, by the way.
Then when I think about Persie, I think about all the volleys, like the volley against Charlton, the volley against Liverpool. You know the one where it hits against Everton when he goes, Van Persie! Oh my days, bro.
Obviously, what lets Van Persie down, right, is how it all ended, right? I mean, it's the same with Nasri.
They both went to Man United, though. They both did the same thing. Did the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the thing is, right?
Way more, though. The Van Persie one hurt way more.
Yeah, but the difference between Alexis and Van Persie, right, is Alexis wanted to leave after one training session because, that club is dusty as fuck, whereas Van Persie won a league title, that following season, and we have to give him
Van Persie more because Sanchez was just talking about going. He was looking for the most money.
Controversially, I'm going Eduardo as the third, bro. Eduardo, I think, was cold, bro. I think Eduardo.
He was probably one of the most clinical strikers I've ever seen.
Shame what happened to him. Yeah. He can't be in it because he just.
That's why I'm not saying him.
Yeah. He can't be. But it's a bit like Gabriel Jesus, isn't it? The what if that hadn't happened conversation, but it did happen.
I think.
Are we counting Santi as a forward? Probably can't, can we?
No. I was going to say. I think.
I was just trying to shoehorn him in there because I love Santi.
I do as well.
I'll take him back now as a fifth choice midfielder, bro. I'll take him back now. He just done a boss game against Real Madrid the other day, bro. He's cold.
He bossed it still, didn't he?
Yeah, he's still bossing it, bro.
Cold.
At 40.
Do you know what? There was an Arsenal quiz. What foot was Santi Cazorla? I was like, that's really unfair because he actually was both.
Yeah, I was going to say, right, in terms of Eduardo, I think we have our Eduardo in Gyökeres, in terms of, how clinical both players are. Hopefully Gyökeres doesn't turn into an Eduardo in terms of what happened to him, etc., etc. But yeah, I think first, definitely Alexis, right? Second, Van Persie. Third is probably, from what I've seen, I'm probably go Santi Cazorla, because he was just majestic, and then fourth is probably Özil, perhaps, and then fifth, I'll probably go Saka. I think that's where I would rank him. I don't know about you guys.
Fair enough. But I'm gonna probably put Aubameyang ahead of Saka though.
Yeah, Aubameyang.
I forgot about Aubameyang.
Yeah, you got to respect Aubameyang blood clot Yang, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he won that FA Cup, didn't he?
Yeah.
So. Saka's probably in there around number 4 or 5, isn't he?
Yeah. But
that's why you got to talk out the top 10 because you've then got to start chucking your centre midfielders and your defenders in there and your goalkeepers. But
for me, the biggest what if is a fully fit Diaby. That for me, that's the
biggest. It's such a shame. He had glass knees, didn't he? Glass ankles, glass knees,
plastic band ankles, bro. That guy.